Hey guys, it's Resistance Gang, come back to your brand new video. This YouTube video is going to be a bit different. As you can see, we're doing something a bit different. I have, yes, it's a PowerPoint, and you're going to have to stick with it, but it's a PowerPoint, and yeah, not much else to say about it. So, without further ado, let me just hop straight into this video. So pretty much, we're going over the siege basics on every operator. This episode is going to be Sledge, and we're going to work our way through the individual characters. Leave in the comments down below. No, don't leave in the comments this episode. Next episode we'll be doing Smoke, and then we'll do Thatcher, then we'll do Mute, and then after that, after we've done Thatcher's video, you lot can comment in the comment section what one you guys want next: GIGN, the German one like Spetsnaz, or FBI SWAT. It's up to you lot what you want to see. And yeah, so we're going to do this. We'll introduce more things as we go on, and there's a few more things I want to touch on compared to every other character of the nature. So the way this series works, in this series, like I said, we'll be looking at every operator and looking at their guns, their kit, their ability, and the operator's armor and speed, and then we'll be giving them a score out of 10 after reviewing their whole kit. This means gadgets, secondary guns, primary guns, everything, their ability, their speed, what makes them look they're good for, and just overall stuff like that. So I'm going to be giving a score out of 10. 10 will be really good, and it will pretty much mean they need nerfing, whereas 8 is sort of solid, 7 sort of solid, and then 5, and when you start drawing down to the lower ones, then you start seeing the problems. So let's just go through. This episode is Sledge, as I've already mentioned, and this is the first operator on attack of all of the ones I've listed. Okay, we'll be looking at his kit. The primary weapons being the L85A2 assault rifle and the M59-081A1 shotgun. The secondary weapons, the SMG11 and the P226 MK25 pistol. Secondary gadgets being frag grenades and stun grenades, his breaching hammer, and what his 2 armor 2 speed does for him. Starting off, we have got the assault rifle, the L85A2, commonly shared with recruit. And then both the SAOS attackers, so Thatcher and Sledge, not shared with anyone else. It's only one of the only guns that's not been put on another operator yet. And the scopes it gets on a red dot, holographic, reflex, and a 1.5. And the barrels, it also, which means he has a good range of scopes. 1.5 is what I tend to run on it. You could run holographic, though there's not much point. 1.5 is really good anyway, so I wouldn't say there'd be much point not running it. On this barrel, you get flash hider, suppressor, compensator, and muzzle brake. I would say, I'm going to say this now, muzzle brake don't run. Pretty much, I'm going to do a quick go over of the barrels, and I'll do this like once every episode. But I'll lower how much detail I go into in every episode. On the barrels, flash hider does a bit of vertical recoil and a bit of ignore the text it says in game. Yeah. For the flash hider, it does a bit of the vertical recoil and a bit of your horizontal recoil. It basically narrows it down a bit, because when you shoot, you've got this thing called a diamond, sorry, and you got your accuracy diamond. Yeah, and pretty much what it does is just makes the diamond smaller, both vertically and horizontally. So it makes it so you have a smaller diamond, which means you can hit your shots better. Suppressor, it lowers your damage, and also it lowers your damage by a considerable bit, but it does make your shots unevenly tracked. You don't know where they're coming from. It does make them silent, but it does reduce. I find it reduces your kick of your gun, so your recoil, a tiny bit, not a lot, but a tiny bit. I don't know if it actually does that, but it feels like it does. Compensator is the one I'd recommend after flash hider. Suppressor depending on the weapon, but I'd say compensator is after flash hider. It pretty much doesn't do anything for your vertical recoil, but your horizontal, it pretty much narrows in a lot more, like twice as much as what the flash hider does. So the flash hider does a tiny bit, whereas the compensator is built to do it. And muzzle brake is only good on single shot weapons, so we're looking at pistols, DMRs, secondary, so snipers. You know, the sort of guns that you're going to have to have a good trigger finger for. That's what muzzle brake's really good for. Its grip, it only gets the vertical grip, so you won't be aiming ADS any quicker. which means you could afford to run the compensator, but wouldn't you just run flash hider because you have the option to it? Not every gun has it. Underbarrel, laser sights. Every gun he has laser sights. I'm not going to tend to mention it much more. The damage the gun does is 47 from 0 to 25 meters and 29 from 25 plus meters. So it will be doing 47, like all the way down to the end of the corridor, but past that, it's going to be doing 29. So basically, you're going from a 3-tap shot, for a 2-tap or 3-tap, down to a 4-tap, and it will prove its difference. And it has 675 rate of fire with 31 bullets in its mag, so it's pretty much your standard assault rifle. Would I recommend running this? Yeah, I would recommend running this, though it really depends on how you want to play Sledge due to his other guns. And speaking of his next guns, we've got the shotgun, the M590A1. This is one of the best shotguns in the game. Those scopes, they include red dot, holographic, and reflex. I would personally want iron sights. It's up to you. You have all the scopes there to choose from. I'd probably either be reflex, holographic, or iron sights. I prefer iron sights. So that's what I'm going to use. Again, laser sights and the underbarrel. Its damage, it does 48 damage times 8 because it shoots a pellet. It shoots 8 pellets, so it does a spread. And it does damage. And it does ever so much damage. So if you're hitting someone between 0 to 8 meters and you land at least 3 of your pellets, they're getting knocked. Whereas if you're shooting from range, you need to land at least 5 of the pellets to knock them. Obviously, you try and snipe with this thing; it's not going to do anything. But like from 13 meters plus, because the pellets will literally just spread out. So you could always knock someone from halfway across the map with the shotgun, but you got to keep in mind that pellets will spread out. So that's why it's sort of better at closer ranges. It has 7 shells in its mag and must reload separately. So it's not like the SOS G. It's not like, I'm trying to think of other shotguns like this. It's like the SOS G. It's not like any of the drum mags where it's got it's got one barrel that it just swaps out like a normal gun. It has to reload each shell separately. This is common. This is shared with the GIGN one, the American FBI SWAT one, the ITA, the Spanish ones. The Super 90, and there's another one. Quite a lot of guns do this. Secondary weapons. So you have the P22. Oh, hang on, let me quickly go back to this. You can run shotgun. You can run assault rifle. It's up to you. Personal preference. Would you rather a shotgun? Would you rather an assault rifle? Depends on how you want to play Sledge. Pistol. The P22 Mark 25 pistol. It gets suppressor and muzzle brake, and it does also get laser sights. It also does 50 damage at 0 to 12 meters and does 30 at 22 meters plus. So it goes from a 2-shot to a 3-shot once you start trying to snipe with it. And it has 16 bullets in its magazine. Now I'm almost skipped over this one because you're not really going to be using it. Like if you're using pistol, you're a tiny bit stupid. Sledge does have an amazing secondary, like the best secondary in the game, in my opinion. Obviously for defense, it's kind of up in the air, but to run with his guns, it's perfect, and that is the SMG-11 submachine gun. Against the red dot, reflex, and holographic sights, as well as iron sights, I personally run a holographic extended barrel, and the barrels it gets every barrel in the game: suppressor, muzzle brake, compensator, flash hider, and extended barrel. You could run reflex flash hider, you could run iron sight flash hider, but I personally prefer holographic extended barrel. Just to do that bit extra damage across range. It does get a vertical grip, so it does actually get a grip to work with. It does also get laser sights. It pretty much gets every attachment in the game. It does 35 damage at 0 to 18 meters. Obviously, with a fire, and we're going to go on to its fire rate in a minute because I'm pretty sure I know what it is. And 23 damage at 28 meters plus. So it goes from a 3-shot to a 5-shot. Yeah. And with his fire rate, it's really good. He only has 17 bullets in the mag though, so do keep that in mind. And the gun has a fire rate of 1270. One of the highest fire rates in the game. I think the SMG-12 actually outdoes it, but has a much more uncontrollable recoil pattern. I'd say C75 Auto would be probably better than it because it's 35 damage, same as this. So yeah, that is his secondary weapons. His secondary gadgets are the frag grenade and the stun grenade. Stun grenade, you get 3 of them, can pretty much burn APSs, can burn my discs, can flash if need be, but you're only using them to waste. And frag grenades are really good. Sledge is one of the only ones with 1K operators that actually gets frag grenades. I'm pretty sure he's the only attacker that gets them up until I think Maverick on attack. No, Thinker gets them. So everyone. So if you take from Sledge all the way up to Thinker, Sledge is the only one out of them that actually gets frag grenades with Thinker. So there's been a massive gap in the frag grenades, and it's really good. I can understand why, because unlike impacts, they are really good. You just clock them, bounce them off walls, and yeah, they're pretty much like Shoemakers. Next up, his Breaching Hammer. The Breaching Hammer is a hammer that can break through soft walls. It can be used 25 times and has a capacity of 25. So pretty much it has an amount on how much you can use it. However, the hammer can also be used as a melee weapon, like knifing. But it has a longer range. I'm not going to wipe at someone, but it has a longer range. Hang on. My screen just went black. There you go. Can be used as a... I'm not even touching my desk at this point. Okay. This, however, can take up to 2 charges instead of the one, like breaking a soft wall, stealing, or a hatch. So pretty much, if you want to melee with this thing, you're wasting 2 of your energy. It's pretty much the thing with Lies. He has 25 energy, and every time you use it, you're using that for energy. Yeah. If you use it to kill someone, you use 2 energy. You use it to break something, you use 1 energy. Yeah, simple as. His speed and rating. Okay, overall, his speed is 2, and he has an armor of 2. Because of this, he can take a decent amount of bullets. He's about average on it, but he can also move at a moderately fast pace. He's not a 1 armor like Monty, like Fuse, like Gridlock, pretty sure like Blitz. So he's not slow, but he's not fast as well. He's sort of in that middle ground that a lot of attackers fall into, and defenders. Overall, I'm ranking Sledge a solid 8 out of 10. He's good, not amazing, and proves that with his kit. And also, going over his kit, his Breaching Hammer, it does more for the team than what you would think. It gets rid of Maestro Cams, it gets rid of Banshees, it gets rid of a lot of utility that defenders have. And you might think, oh, but that's just going to take 2 off because you're using it not on walls. No, it will only take 1 off. If you're using it to breach something or destroy something, it will remove 1 energy. So you can get rid of Maestro Caps really easy with him, unless your Maestro's shit and can't turn away quick enough. Now, this is the end of the PowerPoint. However, there are some things I also want to mention. What operators is Sledge as comparable to and can be compared to? Ash, you can't really compare. I'll sort of compare Ash and Zephyr. They are both soft breachers, but they both do it from range, and both can only do it twice, whereas Sledge can do it a lot more. Buck is probably the best comparison to Sledge. They're both soft wall destructors. However, Sledge can use not use this vertically, and cannot use this as a ranged weapon. But his kit, I'd say, is especially stronger. His assault rifle has less recoil. His shotgun is really good, and when you pair the fact that Bucks most of the time, you're not using it just once. You're at least shooting like 3-4 rounds with only a 25 round mag on his secondary underbarrel shotgun. You can kind of understand what I mean, and why he's not as good as you might think. However, his shotgun is still amazing because it does have the range, and especially paired with his camos, it is really disgusting. But would I say run Sledge over it? Up to you. It's personal preference. Would you rather run a fully on pistol? And secondary would not be as good, so it's up to you. And would you rather run frags over stuns, or for stuns? They both get stuns, so you take your pick on both. But one gets frags, one gets a claymore. Yeah, so it's really up to personal preference, whatever you'd like to run. And overall, I think that's it. So next episode we'll be doing Thatcher, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was certainly a lot of fun making this video. It's not every day you get to do something like this, so. That is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you lot next time. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe for more content, and if you have any ideas on what I can introduce this series, be my guest by commenting in the comment section. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Okay, and that is all for today's video. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe for more content, not daily, but more content from the channel. And I'll see you all next time. Resistance Gaming signing out. See ya.